Hey.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
Today I'm joined by the one and only Kylie Sanzo.
Sanzo?
She's a young woman I've only really interacted with via social media like a half a dozen times since we graduated high school 8 years ago, but I always thought she was cool, and she lives near Nashville, so we caught up this past weekend and broke the ice by breaking down some tweets of hers and just chopping it up. So yeah, enjoy. Oh, and we're drinking.
Therapy. Season 3 of Terra. On January 2nd of 2022, you said, I'm trying not to laugh because I can't stop visualizing it.
Nothing like spilling a whole glass of milk all over yourself as you get into bed. Jesus Christ, I hate everything.
I have a bunch of questions.
Milk? How much milk? What kind of cup? What kind of milk? How'd you spill it? At night? By itself? In bed? No cookies?
First of all, like, why? What? Just tell me.
Well, okay, so I'm one of those weirdos that drinks milk like all the time.
What?
I have literally a glass of milk before bed every night.
Why?
I don't know, Derek. I just like milk.
Is it something you did as a child? Like, did your mother...
I guess, yeah. I mean, my parents, they drink milk all the time. I don't know. It's just a weird fucking thing we do.
Like, with any given meal, just milk.
No, I wouldn't drink it, like, all the time, but, like, literally just before bed, I will just have a glass of milk. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
So, you're getting into bed with a glass of milk. You don't drink it in bed. Do you drink it, like, you stand up and you're drinking it and then you get into bed? Or you get into bed and you drink it?
Okay, so, like, I'm the kind of person that, like, I can't just fall asleep. So, like, I'll get in bed, I'll turn on the TV, chill. And so I'll, like, have a glass of milk, you know, drink it while I'm watching a show, look through Twitter, Snapchat, whatever. Yeah, and then, you know, eventually go to sleep.
I'm wondering, I'm assuming you shared a bed at this point with your husband.
Oh, yeah.
What was his reaction to you spilling milk in bed?
He was very calm about it. I was not. I was pissed because I was so, like, tired and just ready to get comfy, be done with the day, and all of a sudden there's just milk everywhere, all over my mattress, pillows, everything. So we had to change the sheets, get a new blanket, all of that, and yeah, so I was not thrilled.
Ben is such a great guy. I would have been like,
What was the reason? What was the reason?
Oh yeah, no, he was cool. He, like, you know, just grabbed all the blankets, moved them quietly, didn't say a word. I was like, oh, you're a freaking MVP for that.
You the real MVP.
January 28th of 2022.
Nobody has stronger opinions about Joe Rogan than people who have never listened to Joe Rogan.
I mean, I don't listen to every episode. I used to listen to podcasts way more before I got promoted. Not to brag, I'm a manager now. But, so I don't really listen to anybody's podcast that much anymore, except for
Therapy.
you know.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, just most of the people that I hear talking shit, they just don't listen to it, or they hear, like, one soundbite out of context and don't understand what it is he's saying, and then, you know, it turns into a big media shitstorm.
Yeah, there was this other tweet that I saw of yours where, I think it was the same guy that you retweeted it from, and it was just like, it was a picture of Joe Rogan's logo. It was like, does this look like somebody that you should be taking medical advice from? And I think that's the weird thing about the whole Joe Rogan phenomenon is just the fact that people are treating him as if he has this great responsibility to be this great purveyor and arbiter of the truth and somebody that spreads very, like, valuable information. And I think that what I try to explain to people every time I talk to them about Joe Rogan is, like, you just got to remember that this guy is like a comedian.
Yeah.
He literally does jokes. And I think that it's fair to say that, okay, he might bring some people on that are accredited or acclaimed or respected in the medical community or whatever. But you still have to remember at the end of the day, you have to take it all with a grain of salt. Because, like, the guy's a comedian.
Right.
His career is jokes. Like, it's nuts. And he spends 3 to 4 hours at a time talking about things. And it's unedited, which is nuts.
Yeah. I mean, the guy was the host of Fear Factor, for crying out loud. Like,
host of Fear Factor.
How seriously do you think you can take this guy?
Yeah. All he does is post Instagram posts about, like, elk meat and really disgusting close-up images of his face with puckered lips after hard workouts. Like, it's not... I just don't think it's that deep. And nobody that I've talked to really likes Joe Rogan at all. So
That's unfortunate.
So I'm just glad that I'm here with another. I mean, I'd never go as far as to like go out of my way to defend them on the internet. Like the way that Twitter works is like if I feel passionately about something, I just find something that somebody else says that I liked, and I like quote tweet it, retweet it, and I'm just like, see, and that's like that's like the extent
I'm not
of my
alone
argument.
here.
When's the last time you fought with somebody on the internet about anything?
Man, I've been trying so hard not to. I actually deleted the Facebook app off of my phone because of that very reason. Like, I would just argue with people that I didn't even know or, like, had met one time, you know, about something so dumb. And so I was like, why am I wasting so much time doing this? Like, just stop. Stop! So I just deleted the app, and I still get on Facebook, like, through my laptop, or, like, I'll log in on Safari, you know, but...
Did you watch the Netflix documentary Social Dilemma?
Okay, that was one that I, like, put on right before bed and, like, kind of fell asleep, but I half-ass watched it.
Okay, I was just curious because I know a lot of people that, like, stopped using social media after they saw that because they were like, oh my god, I just realized how much the algorithm is manipulating my life. And I was like, yeah.
I kind of already knew that.
Yeah, it's like everybody kind of already knew, but to, like, put it in, like, such a weird way to show it to you in such, like, a graphic way, I was just like, this is incredibly invasive. I can't believe I allowed myself to be played this long. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have this weird thought, every time I get on TikTok. If I'm about to comment something, I think, like, do I want the people that run TikTok to know this about me?
There are, like, very specific things that I say, like, out of context or even jokingly, and sometimes, like, my phone catches it and then, like, tries to serve it to me, and I'm like, this isn't even me.
Right.
Like, I was literally joking. February 10th of 2022.
I may be a lame mom, but I really don't think a show that is based in a high school should show heavy drug use and sex, but call me old-fashioned, like I know teens do it, but maybe let's not make it an aesthetic piece for them.
And you responded in a very, like, non-confrontational way, I'm sure.
It doesn't glorify drugs and actually does the total opposite by showing you how badly drugs can affect you and those around you. It's also not meant for teenagers.
So you're saying that Euphoria doesn't make drugs look cool.
Well, okay, like, it might, but to me, my point of view, I saw it as, like, you know, you're looking at it from Rue's point of view, who is the drug addict, who is struggling with this, you know. And so you're seeing all of the problems that it's caused for her and her mom and her sister and friends and all of that.
You wish I was different? So do I! You fucking hate me? So do I!
So that's kind of how I viewed it. But I can see how people would look at it and go like, oh, this is just a bunch of dumbass kids in high school just getting high and being idiots, you know?
Yeah, I think initially when I started Euphoria, there was a point where I was like, this is making drugs look
Kinda sick.
But I think they do a pretty good job of balancing it and showing how it destroys families and relationships and makes you smack people in the head. And I think that the show does a pretty good job of balancing it. I think people just don't like being left out of things generally. It's like when everybody likes something and you don't like it, you like kind of have to be like, no, this sucks about it. Like, you guys are wrong, because people
Right.
feel left out. I think that's a natural thing to do, but I don't think it's right. You've watched all of Euphoria, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you were generally satisfied with it. You think it's like a top tier show, or do you think it's just like a passing fad type thing?
I think it's all right. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next season. I know some people weren't really thrilled with, like, the last couple of episodes or just, like, the way it ended. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I think for a show that was so dramatic and could be so action-packed at times, it kind of ended on a pretty low note. But I guess maybe that's what it needed. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know. Like, shows like that, it's like, okay, this is fantastic. What a work of art. But when it's gone, I don't really feel like I miss it. You know what I mean? I feel like a great show. I don't know. What are some of your favorite shows? Like, shows that you can't wait to have another season of?
Oh, man. I mean, Ozark, for sure, right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not an Ozark.
I mean, but, like, before that, my other favorite shows are, like, Weeds, which that's an older show. I watched it, like, after it already aired. And Dexter as well. Like, I don't know. I think those were some pretty solid shows. Those are like my favorite.
March 11th of 2022,
Biden will cancel our student loans. I'm manifesting it.
they were supposed to start back in the fall of 2021, something like that.
Yeah.
They got pushed back to March, and then they got pushed back to May, and now, breaking, latest, they've been pushed back to August. So it's like, what are we doing?
I took out about 25-30% of what I had to pay for college. My parents took out the rest with like the Parent Plus loan. And then the rest of everything that I owed, I got paid for in scholarships. So I didn't have as large of a student loan that I had to take out as some of the other people I know. I know some people that, fun fact, I went to Belmont University, which is a private school, so it's very expensive. And I know some people who took out the full $50,000 a year to go. I did not have to do that, so I'm in a much better situation. I am able to pay my loans. I could pay them off, I think, with no problem. However, I do view student loans, like, just as a whole, as like a predatory loan system. So I think just like overall, they are not great. Whatever system we've got ain't working.
Yeah, I think that generally speaking, there's this preconceived notion
In society.
where, as a 17-year-old, you're told that if you don't go to college, you're going to be like, you know.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
And everybody makes you feel like if you don't take out these loans, you're not going to go anywhere. To assume that everybody's going to be able to qualify for all these scholarships is ludicrous.
Yeah.
To assume that people are going to be able to save up enough money to quote-unquote put themselves through school is ludicrous. No matter how many hours I worked at Wendy's, like I was not going to have like $30,000
Yeah.
to go to MTSU. Like it doesn't make any sense. I think that the weirdest phenomenon surrounding student loans is people just not wanting better for like their fellow man. I think the argument that like I paid it so you should have to pay it too is like a very, very weird argument to make.
Oh yeah.
Because like if you said that about like slavery or like anything else that's like antiquated that like 90% of people don't agree with, you'd probably be like, why would you make them pay if they don't? I don't know. It's very strange. But yeah, I just wish we could end it. I just wish we would have let Bernie in there.
You what?
Because if everybody's going to complain about everything regardless, why don't we put in the guy that's like, you know, really down with it? He's been consistent.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he's also old as f***. So
True that.
I don't know if he's going to make it. I don't know. I don't know if anyone we put in. The options are so bad. Who did you vote for 2020?
Okay, so with like the official election or whatever, that I voted for.
Ho, brother, whoa, now.
Hey.
Hello?
Kylie and I would go on to discuss even more contentious subjects, but this is all I can give you today. I'll be back in a few days with more from us. Kylie also actually has a sticker shop of her own on Etsy.
Nice.
That is linked in the description of this episode, so feel free to check it out. They're dope and cheap. Thank you all for your patience as I try and continue to find time to chronicle my life and create entertaining content. Love you. Mean it. Have some rap.
My time is coming like Succession. I step in, y'all step over. It's hostile, it's a takeover. Podcast game is way over. Way too fly, no layover. Too much drive, I'm a chauffeur. You want money, I'm staying hot. You getting bread, I'm a toaster.
He's a toaster?
Toasting cause I'm on the winning team. They sleeping on me, but I'm the one living the dream. Golly gee, y'all are weak, y'all are weak. It's my seat, it's my throne, it's my niche, it's my time. Can't help that I'm passionate. What's happening? Who's happening? Who's wrapping up? Who's sleeping in? No breaks, no way I'm tapping out. Who the fuck out here say I'm stealing flows? If it's that damn easy, then switch professions. That damn easy, then take a severance. That damn easy, then call a reverend. Cause I killed this shit, send it up to heaven like. Not a rapper could've fooled me twice. Ooh, he dapper. I'm the table, I'm the bar. You a joke. Therapy, season 3 and season 4 be just as hard. Undeniable, the bars. Rhymes are sicker than the SARS. If you still hating on me, it's fine. It's fine. It's all motivation. It keeps me going. I'm dedicated. I stay in motion. I'm educated. You need some lotion. Dry ass loser, I'm showboating. I'm Hulk Hogan. You slow poking. I'm promotion. You a whole joking.